How you doing? My name is Moran and I work for Acbeyond. The other pages we left off at page 19. Like you have here, I have the evaporator coil. Okay, there are four major components on the air conditioner: the metering device, the evaporator, the condenser, and the compressor. Today we're going to be talking about the evaporator. Throughout the book, we are going to talk about the other components and some extra stuff they have. Okay, as we can see now, the liquid, the refrigerant going into the evaporator is going to be low pressure, low temperature liquid. Okay. Before there was a metering device, but we are going to talk about it afterwards, and once it goes through the whole cycle. Okay. Now we know this is liquid, so what happens is when the liquid refrigerant goes through the coil, and this is an evaporator, the air is coming in, it's going to be warm. So the more heat picks up, the more it becomes vapor. So at the end of the coil, you're going to have low pressure, low temperature, superheated vapor. Remember, the compressor cannot pump liquid, okay? It will get damaged eventually. But with a new refrigerant, it's a different story, but we know that's what we have for now. But anyway, so here, we're going to have saturated refrigerant, right? Okay. Saturated refrigerant is a mixture of liquid and vapor. You have that in the evaporator, and you also have that in the condenser. On this one, you are absorbing heat from the room, goes into the coil, and into more heat you put, the more vapor it becomes. Okay, so this is pretty much what an evaporator does. Okay, now we're talking about the other stuff. Now the oh, and by the way, these are fins. This like we call like a radiator type. Anyway, so you have an idea. So now the air going in on the air conditioner, we want to maintain a 20-degree delta T, meaning temperature difference. So if it comes in at 75 degrees Fahrenheit, the air coming out, air coming in, and the air is coming away. The air coming out will be at 55 degrees, okay? That means we have a 20 degrees delta T with temperature difference. So let's suppose if the room is a little warmer and you don't have 75 coming in, you have 80 coming in. So if you have 80 degrees Fahrenheit coming in, you're going to have a 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, this is good to know if the evaporator is doing its job. Okay, plus we also in the later one we're going to talk about the superheat and also the subcooling. Now, like I said before, in the middle, it's your saturated temperature. Your saturated refrigerant is going to be a mixture of both. Now, we also want to maintain a 40-degree coil, and I did mention on the other video before. We want to measure a 40-degree coil. Now remember, the air coming out is 60 degrees. The coil itself we want to maintain at 40. So the temperature is going to change if it's, like I said, if it's still warm in the room. Okay, it's not going to be exactly like, oh, these numbers are now numbers on concrete and wall, but it gives you an idea what temperature should get. It should get 38, could be 39, could be 40, could be 41. But as long as it's nearby, and you're also going to have the temperature difference of 20 degrees. Same thing. It's not written on stone, but we want to maintain at least have an idea on that, and also to be able to know if the air conditioner is running fine. We also have to do the superheat and also the subcooling. Subcooling, we're all going to talk about it, and later in the other videos, followed by the same stuff that I have in the book. I'm going to try to make the video, so it's like a video book type I'm doing now. Okay, pretty much that's gonna be it for now. Now remember where I spoke about the gauges, that on R22 is gonna be 68 psig, okay, and then when you change it in a P teacher that I showed and I mentioned before, it becomes 40, okay. 40, yes, because that's the temperature of the coil we want to maintain anyway. So anyway, this is it for now. don't forget we are, and now we have a TikTok, same thing Acbeyond. We have an Instagram, YouTube, and then the other platform. Okay, that's it for now. If that's it, have a good night.